Hey, dude, it's your boy Nextstop Sirchcity.
Yo, what's up, guys? You already know who it is. It's your girl Neda back in the building.
Yes, and welcome back to the Food We Watch podcast.
And here we are with our Next Level Chef Season 2, Episode 4.
Yes. Just to give a brief shout out, if you guys haven't yet, please go to our YouTube page. If you're not there, if you are there, please go to the bonus episode that we dropped last Friday. We have the interview with the talented Next Level Chef Season 2 contestant, Kamahlai Stewart, who graced the pod, and it was so much fun.
It
Thank you
was.
again. Yes, thank you again, Kamalia, for coming on. I'm pretty sure we're going to work together in the future. That was a great time.
It was. And to make life easier for you guys, you can find that link to that interview in the description below.
Yes, so we'll definitely link that episode to this description, as Neda just said. And also, if you wanted to quickly find Miss Kamalia Stewart, if you are interested in catering, having her cater your event, please go to her on Instagram at houseofsoulcatering. In the description, we will put the rest of her information, so you'll be able to get that also.
All right, Search, let's get into it.
Oh, it's a lot to unpack this week.
It is. And this week's theme was Chinese inspired dishes. And I got a lot to say as usual.
All right, so we already know you got a lot to say. We're gonna let you lead that off, but quickly, just for a quick review, last week we have the overall winner of the episode, which was Nuri, which sent Vinny and Daryl into elimination. And overall, we lost Daryl last week. Daryl, Chef Drama, hope to get you on a pod soon. Glad you were on the show. This week, just to let you know, Chef Blaze's team is on the bottom. Gordon's team is on the middle, and Chef Naisha is on top.
And
Anita.
and speaking of, Team Blaze only has 4 people on his team.
Mm-hmm.
Team Gordon is the only one who has all of his people.
Yeah.
And Team Naisha, this is the first time that they're on the top level.
Yeah. Now, just real quick, are we really shocked that Gordon has his whole team? I mean, it is Gordon Ramsay.
I mean, it is.
He expects nothing but the best, but
let's get into it though. Let's get into it. So,
all right, let's go.
Chris, for me, was the highlight of this week's episode, and not because of his food.
Yeah.
Chris, they seem to focus on him a lot, but I can see why. Chris was a little riled up this week.
He was.
Like he was about to fight somebody.
Yeah. I'm not used to this from Chris. Chris seemed like the quiet one. They show but never really show. And this episode, he went crazy a little bit. He was like, all right, let's go. Rocky. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what happened.
And then we'll kind of touch on that in a few with Chris, because Cassie, let's talk about it. She didn't grab her key component, which was a protein. She was so focused on getting her sauces that she forgot a protein. And it was like, I was really rooting for Cassie this week because she is of Chinese descent. So this was when they said Chinese inspired dishes, I was like, Cassie, like, this is yours. Like, this is for you.
She said the same exact thing. Like, she was like, this is right up my alley. This is what I grew up doing. So, but right off the gate, it was just like, well, her and Chris.
About to say, she wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
Because Chris, I don't know if it was because he was too pumped up. He forgot a protein.
Yeah. See, I think I get there's a lot of pressure that comes to this, like you're on TV and you're cooking at a fast pace, but it seems like the overall week to week basis is somebody's forgetting something. I don't know whether they're just, like I said, it's a lot going on or what, but yeah, Chris and Cassie both forgot protein, which makes. Go ahead.
And this was Cassie's second time in a row
Second time in a row.
for
Oh, no.
getting a main component, because last week she forgot bread, which was the main component. I mean, it was sandwiches. And this week she forgot her protein. But while we're on Cassie, this fortunate son of a gun,
Yes.
okay, something amazing and crazy happened that has never happened on Next Level Chef.
The heavens reached out to Cassie.
Oh my gosh. There was a fish. It got caught in the middle of the platform. And Gordon said, well, technically it's on our floor. So if you can grab it, grab it. And it was so crazy because the bottom level also seen it. So like Blaze and Chris, like they were hoping that the fish would fall, but it didn't.
And Cassie was like, no. Gordon was like, Vinny, grab her feet. and she grabbed that fish.
Yeah.
And she was back in the game. So yeah, she really lucked up this week. Like
she did. Yep.
I was happy for her.
And Chris, poor Chris, he was just so upset. He was so upset.
But
and
so on the one thing that on my end. Now I know we're going to get into a lot later with Mark, but he really didn't seem like he knew what he was. He looked like first week Mark. He was kind of lost.
Wait, so yeah, okay. Yeah, he did. No, he did. He didn't know what he was going to make.
At all.
He was like, I have these ingredients, and he was like,
right, now what?
I literally have no idea what I'm going to do.
And that's when I was like, oh, here we go again. Come on, Mark. I thought we were on a roll. He wasn't really talking about him. He was completing his dishes. Never really had the best dish.
He was like treading in the middle. Yeah.
Overall, he was being consistently better than the first week.
Yeah.
And this week, I was just like, yeah. Chinese can do that though. Chinese is kind of hard.
But Vinny,
what happened?
Remember what he grabbed?
No, I honestly don't.
He grabbed black rice.
Oh my goodness. I thought that was so terrible. I was like, how do you make this stand out?
Yeah, which is like, it's the longest type of rice to cook. Gordon Ramsay said that this rice takes about 2 hours to cook. And here he had, was it less than 40? I put 45 minutes.
Yeah, they have 45 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, he only had 45 minutes.
And I'm not going to lie, I've seen black rice before. I don't know what it tastes like.
It was black sticky rice. I just want
black sticky rice. I've seen that before. I don't know what it tastes like, but even just looking at it, it's like, that's not something I want on my plate. So I felt bad once I saw he had the black sticky rice. Then on top of that, Gordon says 2 hours. Like, wow. But yeah, I remember that. There was
anything else?
Yes.
Okay.
See, I'm about to put out a disclaimer. All right, guys. You know you have 45 minutes to cook. What we gonna do is at the 40-minute mark, we're going to start plating.
Wait. Before you touch.
No, I'm not done. Okay. No. At the 40-minute mark, please start plating your dish. Shay?
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. No, because something happened. Something happened before that. And I want to touch on this.
Go ahead.
Because we was touching on Mark. Gordon, again, like you said, this took us back to like episode 1. Mm-hmm. Gordon had to tell Mark about 3 times to put his meat back in the pan.
Yeah, because it wasn't done.
Yeah, it was like, Mark, like, it was like we were rewatching episode 1 all over again.
And he had 45 minutes. He was cooking fish, so it wasn't like he was doing something. He had one of the easiest dishes that he came up with, and Gordon Ramsay, like you said, multiple times, it's still swimming.
Yeah.
Put it back in the grease. It's raw.
I don't know what he was doing. He was doing everything else but putting the fish back into the pan.
It was raw. It was raw. And that
Okay.
might bite him. We're gonna talk about it. It might bite him in the butt later on, but we'll get into it. But as I was saying,
Yes. Yes.
at the 40-minute mark, can we please start plating our dishes? Every week, and I don't remember it being like this the first season. Every week, somebody is throwing their dish onto the platform, ruining everything they just came up with.
and can I just say this? Nuri cut it close too, but what saved him was his long arms.
He could do that.
His
He gets the pass.
long arms.
Nori is 8'7".
I was
He
like,
does not have to worry about that. He can be on the basement, and by the time the platform reaches the second, he'll still be able to put his plate
oh
up.
my gosh.
Nori is the
His
exception.
but I see how long his arm was. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Nori is the exception. Mark is not, and definitely not Shay. So these people, like, yo, like, you like 5 minutes got to be done at this rate, because it boils down to the fact: do I have enough of a good dish at 40 minutes to just go ahead and plate it and put it on, or do I want to risk taking extra seconds and then doing what happened with Matt did last week, which was knocking over his dish while he tried to put it on a platform rushing, and what Shay did this week? Like, we gotta pull that together.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Was there anything else that stood out to you before
Uh,
we go on dishes?
well, we could go to dishes because there's something that happened. But before we go to dishes, let me just read off everybody's dish that they made.
Yes, please.
We have Matt. We're gonna start with the bottom. We have Matt. He made cod cheek and tofu fried rice with an exo sauce. Teeny made the crispy orange glazed frog legs. We have Marine, who had the chili broth and charsiu glazed squid. Chris, who had the veggie fried rice with glazed eggplant and fried egg, no protein. Tucker, who came up with a Chinese pork chop and noodles dish. We have Michelle with ground chili pork stuffed in an oyster mushroom. Cassie with the fish and handmade noodles. Mark with a sea bass edamame bean salad. Vinny with the marinated skirt steak and fried black sticky rice. Preston with the pork belly, and with the lamb neck. Then we ended off with April with the sweet and sour chicken. Nuri with the udon noodles and steamed monk fish. Almi with the pork and shrimp stir-fried noodles. Pilar with the stir-fried glazed Mongolian beef. And Shay with the pan-roasted duck and stir-fried noodles.
Can I just put a disclosure out there? It's quite obvious that we know Shay had the one of the worst plates, so we can just get that out the way. We can just get that out the way. Okay, favorite dish. I have 3.
Okay.
Amis, Pilar's,
Mm-hmm.
and Cassie.
And Cassie. Wow. Really?
Mm,
Well, guess what? I had 4.
okay.
And we pretty much lined up. Omi, Pilar, Cassie is literally how I wrote it, same order,
Uh-huh.
and Marine.
You know what? I do have Marine down, but not
Mhm.
for favorite dish, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, she had one of my favorite dishes. She had the chili broth with the chartreuse. Now, I don't know what squid tastes like, but that thing looked good. I never had
I
squid.
I just imagine that it's very chewy. I don't
Yeah,
know. I guess it depends on how I don't know. I don't know
yeah,
either. I
probably
never had
depends on how
squid.
you cook it.
Yeah.
But as we always are, as we know, one of the slogans on our podcast is "Good things
Things
come
come,
and good things
good
go."
things go.
So, who to you had the worst dish?
Mark and Matt. Hands down, Mark and Matt. Period.
Yep.
Is that who
That's,
you had to?
that's literally what I have. Those are the only two. That's it. Mark and Matt. And there
Yes.
were a couple that was borderline, like, what are you doing? But Mark and Matt.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't cook. You can't send people out raw fish. And Matt, he has to work. The thing about Matt is he's a great cook, but I don't know if like his plating.
It was an overload. It was just like
Yeah,
you're not. You only have 2 plate for one person. It looked like he was plating for 3.
he's used. That's what he's used to cooking for his family. So the
Yeah.
plating aspect kind of hurt him. And his dish did. It just looked like he just like
Yeah.
he just did.
Yeah. Yeah. It was and my thing is we're on episode 4.
Yeah,
Like we should be elevating. We should
elevate.
be, you know what I'm saying? That's our motto in 2023.
Yeah,
Elevate. We should be a little better than what we were in episode 1. I'm just saying, like we're
yeah,
expecting more.
yeah. Especially knowing what the judges are looking for now, like all the aspects, not just a good cook, but the plating, like the idea, the consistency, and how the food comes together. Maybe he just doesn't have, or this week, kind of like Mark, doesn't really have a lot of experience in the Chinese realm. That's to me where it came off at for those two, which showed on the plate.
But I wouldn't even just say the Chinese. I'm just saying like every week the judges are going to get pickier and pickier and pickier.
Mm-hmm.
So not only does your dish need to taste good and make sense and be on the theme of that week, your plating needs to be spot on.
You're right. You are right.
Because if let's say if everybody has a good week, well then they're going to start nitpicking. So it was like you always got to be on your game.
All right.
Now we are on plating, right? Speaking of plating, I done made all that rant about plating. Who was your best plating?
My best plating, I have 4.
Okay.
And they don't really line up with my best dishes.
Yeah, I
But
wouldn't expect them to.
The best plating I have Pilar, Tucker, Michelle,
Okay.
and Maureen.
I had everybody except for Michelle.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't like
So
her?
I mean, I don't know. I just had those are my top 3. But I see like we're really eye to eye this week.
Yeah. We pretty much lined up. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And well, we stated our best plating, the worst plating. And again, I already made a disclaimer about Shay. I mean, hands down, we already know.
He's one of them.
But other than him,
I have Matt.
Mm-hmm.
And I have Chris.
Same.
Yo, we killing it this episode. No, look, I want all of y'all to know that we make it a mission not to talk about the episode when we watch it. Like this is literally when we are like reviewing, and I'm hearing what she says for the first time, and she hears what I said for the first time. So for the fact that this week we are so in sync, yo, that's that Philly, son.
Yeah.
That's that Philly, son. don't mind. Blame my head, not my heart.
or it just could be that this week it was just that the answers were so obvious.
Spot on.
And it was just like, and can I just say, like, Chris did all of this, hoop hoorah, was all riled up.
Mm-hmm.
Your rice was undercooked. Your plating wasn't great. You forgot your protein.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing I wanted to know. Did he have, and I'm just playing double advocate here. Does he have to have a protein? I mean, what if you're vegan? Like, couldn't it have been a vegan dish?
I don't think he had to have had a protein, but what really hurt him was that his rice was undercooked.
Yeah.
And what's so salty about it is that this is a dish that he's made before.
That is true. He did say that.
He
Sorry, Chris. Tried to have your back, but
just saying. Okay, the overall winner.
no,
I'm
real
sorry.
quick,
I'm sorry. I'm
real quick,
sorry.
before we get into that, I just wanted to say one thing. Were you shocked that April actually had a real good dish this week? They loved her dish.
Um,
She did, and I don't really call. She did sweet and sour chicken. They thought it was fantastic.
it's about time.
Yes,
It's about time, April. Now she just needs to keep it up.
keep
But
it up.
like I need for her, because she was at the bottom, I need for her to rise to the top because
Consistency.
she's like kind of treading,
Yeah,
in the middle. So
I think this week was a good start. I think we were able to see her. She
not have
wasn't
a bad
frazzled.
dish.
She wasn't frazzled. She seemed comfortable, and she seemed like this is something she's comfortable with cooking. But she was just like, there wasn't really no spotlight on her this week. And normally when there's no
Mm-hmm.
spotlight on you, that means you're doing something okay.
I don't know. Like sometimes when the spotlight is on you, you're either doing something really bad or something really good.
Well, this week, spotlight wasn't on her, and she did something really good.
Yes.
So shout out to April for pulling it through for a week. Let's keep that consistency going. I said it before. If she can get those nerves out of her and get to like cooking, she may be dangerous. But just 1 week, so I just wanted to shout out her.
Yeah. Okay. The overall winner. Can I just say this? For me, it was between Cassie and Pilar. So for me, it was like if either one of them won, I agreed.
Now, to me, they loved her dish. So I did think. To me, it was between Pilar and Omi. I thought Omi, because see when what I try to do when I'm watching it, I look at the people that they highlight the most and like really put to the forefront.
But here's the thing though, it's called editing.
I know editing. But I was just like, maybe she'll pull it out. But I did have Pilar as the front runner just because of how like they doted on her dish, and it was just like, this is the best thing I've ever had. So,
And then also she was inspired by her mentor.
her mentor taught her
Yeah.
Chinese cuisine and stuff like that. Yep. So
Yes.
it was hers to lose. I did want Cassie to kind of like
When?
pull
Yeah.
it through,
Yeah.
but she did enough to not suck.
But you saw in her face she was salty.
This was her. This was her week.
Yeah.
This was like,
Yeah.
because like she said in the show, this is what I do. So
And
for
that
her to
sucks.
lose,
And that
I,
sucks. Like
I thought she had a good dish. I thought she had enough to win. She could have won.
yeah. Like what is your what would you say your signature dish to
Oh my
cook is
god.
if you have one?
My signature dish. I have two. Because I'll give you what is requested from me all the time. Smoked turkey.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't cook that for the holidays, my mom will not talk to me. Always requested. And then just something regular like buffalo wings.
Okay.
Um, you've had them.
Oh yeah, very,
You
very
already
good.
know.
But I need to add one thing to that list.
Uh, the tuna. Is it the
No,
tuna? Okay.
no, 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 no.
Is it the seafood Alfredo lasagna roll? I've only cooked that one time, guys, and she was like,
I need it. Well, later on down the line.
yeah.
I'm need that again. So your two signature dishes. So imagine you're in a competition, someone else makes it, but that's your signature, and they win and you don't. Salty.
Yeah, I would feel some type of way. Like, no, here's the thing. If like the sandwich week, right? That's like sandwich. I make like an Italian hoagie or something, and somebody comes in and makes a Philly cheesesteak, and I lose.
Ooh.
I would be like, "This is wait, that's me. Like I should, I should. Wait a minute, what?"
Oh, that's a good one.
It's like, yo, that's my niche.
Ooh.
Don't come in my role. Sandwiches is my niche. That's another thing I like to do.
It
Sandwiches. If you're from the Philly area, I don't look. I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't know what a hero is. I don't know what a sub is. Hoagies and cheesesteak, son, all day. Y'all mean like
and you can catch these recipes on our platforms on IG for me at Neda.foodphoto and him normal speed chefing on all platforms. So check
yeah,
it
we
out.
got all these recipes we just named is on the platforms.
Yeah.
So if y'all want them, y'all can have them. They're all there. But yeah, that's pretty much like it is. You coming into Philly and making something Philly better than me.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much how
That's a
we
good
ride.
that's a good analogy. Yeah.
But no, we're not gonna get away from this though. What is your go-to dishes?
I don't really have one. I have it. I'm not really established. I am still on cooking well, I think that I can make a good artichoke dip.
Ain't nothing wrong. They might have to make dip at one point. So there's
But
nothing wrong with
well,
artichoke dip. I don't know how, I've never made artichoke dip, so you got a one up
no.
on me.
Okay. Well, it's trust me, you're a cook, so
I
you
don't
could
know.
do it.
Don't put that out there. I'll be in the
Oh,
kitchen.
okay. You're
I'll be in the
selling
kitchen.
yourself short. You're selling yourself short.
I just be in the kitchen.
Now, okay, let's we're back to next level.
Gotcha.
So the elimination.
Mm.
Just real quick. Do you agree with the selection?
For the eliminated people.
Well, this one is kind of tricky.
So let's explain it. So the two losers originally were Mark and Matt.
Wait, but okay. Did you agree with the
That's what I'm
selection?
about to say. So we're going to go off of that because
Okay.
those were who the judges selected. No, I didn't agree with Matt. I'm glad it changed to who it changed to.
So
That's how I feel.
so in the final, you agree.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what happened was, as we know, the first episode, the winners of each round, each level, got immunity pins that they can use in case they get thrown into elimination to not have to go into elimination. Matt got selected with Mark. Matt has an immunity pin. He said, "Not today, son." And then overall, Chris was sent into elimination with Mark. That I agree with.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know I get Matt had a bad dish, but I think Chris's was worse.
Undercooked rice
Undercooked, yeah.
and undercooked fish.
Yeah. This was the battle of undercooks. And
Pretty much.
it ended up the way it should have ended up overall. So I'm content with what happened at that point.
Okay, me too. And can I just say this before we go into the overall loser?
Mhm.
I already had a feeling that this person was going home this week. I was like, if
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was
No,
like, if they are sent to the elimination, I was like, I think they're going home.
I didn't. I honestly, so initially I was like, oh crap. But watching the actual them cook off was what the challenge was. What they had to cook for the elimination round was dumplings.
Yeah.
They had to make some kind of dumplings. Watching Mark cook, I thought he had it. He was quiet, focused. I'm like, yo, what if I think he might pull this out?
I mean, yeah. So I had made this prediction based off of him going into the elimination.
I don't really care what he was
Not
doing.
not
Just
so
knew.
much, right. Not so much, while he was cooking, because like you said, I was like, "Oh my gosh, is he going to actually pull this off?"
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Mark was not able to do so.
Yeah, it came down and again, I thought Mark was going to pull it out because Chris was being Chris, and he started getting a little frazzled. And Chef
Mhm.
Daisha kind of had to like slow him down, like, yo, taste this, check this. Um, Chris made a Turkish dumpling made with ground lamb, and Mark made an Italian dumpling with ground pork. Now, as I watched them both cook, I'm thinking Mark got this.
Right.
When they announced what they actually cooked, I said, "Oh, Mark lost." I said,
Yeah.
"An Italian dumpling? You mean ravioli? Is ravioli considered? Because I thought he cooked ravioli. What
I
looked
never
like he
would have
cooked?
I never would have considered ravioli being a dumpling.
That's what I'm trying to figure. Because what it looked like is he cooked ravioli, an Italian dumpling with pork, ground pork. That's ravioli. I was
And
like,
that's
oh no,
and that's why he lost.
yeah. So Mark, I had picked you as a sleeper first episode.
You made it to episode 4.
4 weeks, baby. Hey, you did
Congratulations.
fantastic. Congratulations. Um, do you agree with Mark being sent home?
Yeah, I think you already know that. Yes. You're
I,
no, listen. Mark, I love that you chanted the Eagles, Eagles, Eagles at the end, Eagles till you die.
that
Get
was
that
the
out of
worst part.
here. Get that out of here with the Cowboys. Um, but yeah, I'm sorry. I just had a feeling that Mark wasn't going to make it far.
Yeah. Um,
Especially when Gordon had to tell him 3 times to put the fish back onto the pan.
yeah.
I was
Um,
like, this is the second time.
the judges even said it. The dish wasn't even Chinese. Like the edamame salad
Yeah,
was
yeah.
lacking. At the end of the day, we said it before, it takes a lot to be on shows like this. So I'm not knocking anybody. He did what he could do. It was just a lot more talented chefs there than anticipated. He was a home chef. And sometimes when you're a home chef, you are limited. That's why I say, look, I be cooking, but I'm nowhere near the level of half of these people. So just the fact that he had the gumption, I should say, to get on a TV show and do this and put himself out there, I commend you, Mark. Thank you for being on the show. It was definitely dope watching you cook. On another note, we have prediction time. One of my favorite parts of the show. We're 4 weeks in. Early predictions. Who do you see going far? Not winning it. I picked the winner. I don't have a problem with that. But who do you see still going far in this competition?
I see Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
I see Nori.
Mm-hmm.
I see Pilar. She really showed her stuff this week. And I mean, I'm sorry, to win a Chinese dish and you don't cook Chinese on a regular, like, kudos to you. So, um, those are my 3. Well, no, and Teeny, because Teeny is picking some difficult ingredients and
And she's doing it.
pulling it off. So
They really liked her frog legs. I thought they was going. She was
yeah,
another one that if she would have won, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have had no
yeah.
about.
So definitely them 4. I definitely see going far.
All right. Well, we already know. Now
Yeah,
this
we
was
already know.
he was a little quiet this week.
Yeah,
He every chef got an off day. He was okay, but it was just some stuff lacking. So by my early prediction, I still got Nori winning all of this. But I'm right with you. Tucker, Teeny, I still got Marine.
Oh yeah, Marine's another
And
one. Yeah. So okay,
so those are
she's my
my
fifth.
those are
Okay.
my I got 4. Those 4, Nuri, Marine, Tucker, and Teeny kind of they are the most consistent every week.
Yeah.
So I have them. Now, I have Pilar as my sleeper only
I
because
do too.
previous rounds she was like not really there. And then last week she had an issue with her pickled cauliflower. But this week we were actually to see her be comfortable and see her cook a real good dish to the fact that she can win. So just that alone is like, yo, don't sleep on her.
Yeah.
if she gets in her rhythm, she can
She
pull
gonna
something
kill
out.
it.
Yeah. Now here's the funny part. This is the who will not last. Now, everyone we've selected so far, except for one, or maybe 2, is gone. Mark was just like the last one. We was like,
Wait,
who now?
I gotta go back. Who did I have for episode 1?
I think you had Mark.
Definitely. That's all I had. I didn't have any
I don't know
more.
if you had April.
Oh yeah, April.
Mark and April was
Mm,
not supposed to last. April is still around. That's why I said pretty much all but one, which is April, is still like who will not last. Honestly, my who will not last has changed. If Chris does what he does, what he did this week, every week, he's not going to last.
mm.
Chris was I don't know what happened between the other weeks.
And also too, if Matt does not get his plating
Yeah,
down pat, Matt, you got to get that
I agree.
plating.
I agree. Chris and Matt, you're on notice. Chris, you need to slow down. Matt, you got to be more creative. We know you can cook.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to pull it all together. Maybe, sit with Teeny and Marine and be like, hey, y'all need to show me some plating. Because that's Marine to me is the best plating in the game. I really want her to win one. It's like she's right there.
I know she's right there. But wait, real
Every
quick.
week.
Because Mark left, Gordon lost his first
He did.
person.
Lost his first person. So
So
now
now he's tied with Naisha.
Yep.
And because Pilar won, they're still on the top. Team
Yep.
Naisha.
Back on top.
That's a first.
Yeah.
Back to back.
So just looking. I don't know. Chef Blaze might be. Okay, so now just looking at everybody, like you said, Gordon lost his first. Yeah, he's tied with Naisha with people left on his team. Blaze only has 4, and that's Matt and Chris. So we used to talk about Matt and Chris, but I didn't realize both of them were on Blaze. And then and I should have realized that. But he's good though, kind of, because he got Marine and he got Teeny. So honestly, he could lose Matt and Chris and probably rock out all the way to the final with Teeny and Marine. He got some heavy hitters. He got some heavy hitters, so he might be okay.
Where are they next week? Who's in the basement? I forget.
So Mark went home. So that means Gordon is in the basement.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting.
And Blaze is in the middle, and Aisha's on top.
Well, they have some hope. Team Blaze got some hope. At least they're in the middle. They're not in the basement. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was looking, I was like, 4. Oh, I don't know, but 2 out of the 4. 2 out. This might be Marie's week. I don't know. I'm rooting for her because it's like I think she deserves to win. She puts together some real dope dishes, and it's just for some reason she's always like top 3 or 4.
I
But
know. Her time to shine is coming soon.
I think it's next week. That's my early prediction for next week. She
Okay.
gonna win next week. I
Okay.
hope so.
All right. Well, you heard that, people.
And guys, in the chat, if you or in the comments, let us know what were your favorite dishes, what were your worst dishes, what was your best plating, what was your worst plating. Did you agree with the overall winner? Did you agree with the overall loser? Do you think the Cowboys are the greatest team in the NFL? Put your responses in the comments.
No. And don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button.
Yes. So, as we come to a close, I want to thank Neda, my lovely co host, for another episode of the Food We Watch podcast. We got some great things coming ahead. I'm having fun. This is the highlight. If you guys don't know, I am under the weather right now. This is why you see me sipping. My throat is dry, my nose is running. I'm under the weather right now. I'd rather be asleep, but I'm here with you.
Thank you. We love to have you.
Well, no, thank you guys for another episode. Like Neda said, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notification bells on so you know when this drops, which will be every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Normals Be Chefing platform, YouTube. But before we go, I do want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, which is
Yep.
Alvise by Him Her Deals. As we've been saying for the last 3 episodes, they have great food products. I have barbecue sauces, hot sauces, jellies, etc. They travel to different malls in the Philadelphia and New Jersey area. If you were interested in getting some of these products, please email them HIM as in Mary, HER, D as in Delta, EALS as in Sam at gmail.com, him, her deals at gmail.com. Alvise, I want to thank you for sponsoring the podcast. Before we get out of here, Neda, where can they find you at?
They can find me on Instagram at nita.foodphoto. And they also can find me on Facebook. I forgot to mention Facebook.
She don't be on Facebook like that.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
And look, guys, if you want to find me, I'm always at Sirchcity, all platforms. And if you can't locate me there, you can always find me at Normals Be Chefing, all platforms. Before we go, we always like to let you know that good things come and good
And good
things go.
things go.
Life is like a
Life's
box of chocolate.
chocolate.
Sometimes that shit be melting.
Bye.